our speaker for today's webinar. She is currently working as a University Research Associate under the Conserve Kaigangan Project Phase 2. She graduated from Polytechnic University of the Philippines with a Bachelor of Science in Biology. She is currently pursuing her Masters of Science in Environmental Science at the School of Environmental Science and Management, UPL. Her research interests include environmental ecology and conservation management. Everyone, Ms. Ren Divien Obeña.
Good day, I am Ren Divien Obeña. On behalf of my colleagues in Conserve Kaigangan, I will be presenting our study entitled Some Threatened Woody Plant Species of Forest over Limestone in the Philippine Islands. A forest over limestone is a forest formation type thriving on limestone karst, which are outcrops mainly composed of calcium carbonate. These phenomena are geomorphologic features that result from the dissolution of a layer of soluble bedrock, which usually carbonate rock. Forests over limestone are widely distributed in the tropics, particularly in Southeast Asia, Northern Central America, Southern Eastern Brazil, and Greater Antilles. In Southeast Asia alone, the limestone landscape covers an area of 460 square kilometers. This is equivalent for about 10% of its total land area. The forests over limestone are widely distributed in this region. Karst formation support unique species diversity and endemism comparable to the species found in non-karst due to their peculiar features. The Southeast Asia karst support a very high level of endemic species and is considered as one of the biological hotspots in the world. In Philippines, karst landscape have a total area of 35,000 square kilometers, which is about 11.7% of the country's total land area. 10,000 square kilometers are equivalent to 29% of the karst landscape in the Philippines is protected by the law. These are the pictures of some forest over limestone that can be found in the Philippines. So the first picture is located at Guiuan, Eastern Samar, while the second picture is located at Parana, Samar. Aside from the diverse floral composition found in the forest over limestone, it also offers economic importance for the locals. For example, forests over limestone can be profited for ecotourism, which can be beneficial to the communities within the area. It can also be source of raw materials for manufacturing products that can only be seen in the place. So these pictures are handicrafts that are locally produced in summer. So the raw materials used are plants collected in forest over limestone. The objectives of this study are to determine the threatened woody plant species in the forest over limestone of the Philippines and discuss the threats of forest over limestone in the Philippines. The study sites of this paper are located in the areas of Batangas, a province found in southern Luzon, Summer Island, and Cebu, which are both located in Visayas region. A combined fieldwork and comparative literature review was done for this study. Plant species that assess using International Union for Conservation of Nature Red List of Threatened Species and has conservation status based on the updated National List of Threatened Philippine Plants and their categories, or DAO 2017-11, were included in the list. Published literature and other checklists regarding the floral biodiversity of forests over limestone found in other areas of Philippines were also reviewed. So these are the studies of Cadiz and Buot in Mount Tabunan in Cebu, Milio et al. In Mount Lantoy Key Biodiversity Area in Cebu, and Caringad et al. At Verde Island Passage in Batangas. A total of 98 plant species belonging to the 35 families were assessed for its conservation status. So there are 26 woody plant species that has conservation status based on the DAO 2017-11. Out of these 26 plant species, 3 plant species are critically endangered based on the DAO 2017-11. These are the species of Cyanometrus cebuensis, Jaspyrus longiciliata, and Hopea philippinensis. The Jaspyrus longiciliata and Hopea philippinensis are both classified as endangered by the IUCN. So as you may observe, there are differences between the conservation status of the plant species in the Philippine DAO 2017-11 and IUCN. Perhaps in the Philippines, it was included in the list because we have seen on-the-ground activities that people are continuously utilizing them. So additionally, it may be included due to the habitat degradation in the area. The endangered status for Philippine DAO 2017-11 are as follows. So these are the Afzelea rhomboidae, Cinnamomum cebuense, Tectona philippinensis, and Vitex parviflora. We also indicated the IUCN status of the plant species. So based on this assessment, the species of Afzelea rhomboidae is classified as vulnerable, while the species of Cinnamomum cebuense and Tectona philippinensis are classified as endangered. On the other hand, 14 plant species which are listed on the table are classified as vulnerable based on the Philippine DAO 2017-11. So these are the species of Aquilaria cumingiana, Cryptocarya ampla, Jaspyrus ferrea, Jaspyrus phylloxanthera, Jaspyrus pyrocarpa, Insidia bijuga, Lychee chinensis subspecies philippinensis, Mangifera altissima, Palacium luscianense, Shorea contorta, Shorea negrosensis, Shorea polysperma, Tristaniopsis decorticata, and Volaseodendron celebicum. Based on the IUCN, 2 species are vulnerable, 1 species is near threatened, and 1 species is classified as data deficient, and 5 species are categorized as least concern. Lastly, 5 plant species are under the other threatened species categories of the Philippine DAO 2017-11. So these are the species of Adenanthera intermedia, Artocarpus rubivenus, Cinnamomum mercadoi, Gymnostoma rumpianum, and Sarebus rotundifolius. Among these, Adenanthera intermedia and Artocarpus rubivenus are classified as vulnerable by the IUCN, while the Gymnostoma rumpianum is classified as least concern. Economic uses of some threatened woody plant species that has conservation status. Shorea negrosensis is endemic to the Philippines. This species, together with other dipterocarp species, are exploited due to its excellent source of wood for lumber. It is used for general construction, veneer, hardboard, cabinet, and furniture making. This dipterocarp species is among the Philippine hardwoods exported to its international customers. In some provinces of the Philippines, it's also used as a fuel wood by the locals. The Tectona philippinensis is recommended for heavy-duty structural uses such as for building ships and sailboats, bridges, mine timber, posts and beams, railway carriage, and for heavy-duty furniture, carpentry, and wood carving. It is also used as a firewood by the locals. The Volaseodendron celebicum was preferred tree species for smallholder forestry in Leyte. It is also known to be used for furniture making in this province. The Artocarpus rubivenus, an endemic species in the Philippines, is used for wood carving in Ifugao. The Aquilaria cumingiana is known as a source of agar wood. a highly prized resin with multiple economic uses. The Hopea philippinensis are harvested for home construction in Leyte. This species occasionally enters the commercial market. The Cinnamomum cebuense is used as a source of spices. This species is also known for its medicinal properties. Threats and conservation concerns. Several factors contribute in creating drastic impacts on forests over limestone. In Southeast Asian karst, threats include limestone quarrying, land use change, deforestation, hunting, illegal logging, and habitat degradation. The steady increase in human population also endangers this fragile ecosystem because of the increase in consumption of natural resources. Activities such as wood harvesting for charcoal and collection of endemic plants for medicinal and ornamental purposes also exacerbated the degradation of the biodiversity in the forest landscape. All of these factors pose a threat to the natural landscape and biodiversity of forests over limestone. Prominent forest cover loss had been experienced by Summer Island in the previous years. This was attributed to the extensive logging and timber cutting, rattan extraction and kaingin, the clearing of land through slash and burn agriculture in the province. In Mount Lantoy, people observe a rapid deterioration of its forest stocks caused by illegal cutting, illegal hunting, and with the rampant conversion of forests to agriculture. Human activities like indiscriminate cutting due to expansion of coastal for tourism area, in the case of Tectona and associate plant species along Verde Island Passage, trigger to the continued decline of population of these threatened species, most of which are endemic and can only be found in the Philippines. This study revealed the diversity and uniqueness of the forest over limestone ecosystem of the Philippines. Threatened species and their uses were also noted in this checklist to highlight the need for the conservation of these species. The conservation and preservation of the forest over limestone will contribute in addressing the Sustainable Development Goals such as SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation, SDG 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities, SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production, SDG 13, Climate Action, SDG 15, Life on Land, and SDG 17, Partnerships for the Goals. The continuous degradation of the forest over limestone in the Philippines impose threats to its natural resources, including its floral composition, that are known to be highly vulnerable to disturbances. It is important that the local communities to be encouraged and empowered to realize their ability and capacity to conserve the forest over limestone. Additionally, without the proper and strict implementation of the laws, the prolonged exposure of the floral and faunal species residing in this ecosystem to the anthropogenic and natural disturbances may result in the decline of their population or eventually lead to their extinction. We would like to acknowledge the funding agency of this research and our partners, the Department of Science and Technology, and Philippine Council for Agriculture and Aquatic Resource Research Development that serve as the funding agency of the program, Department of Environment and Natural Resources Region 8, and Summer Island Natural Park Protected Area Management Board for the issuance of the gratuitous permit, the DOST Science Education Institute, Cebu Technological University, and the people's organizations in Samar, which include Basaranan Nga Organisasyon Han San Isidro Paranas, and tour guide and boat operators for Environmental Development Organization or Torpedo that aids us during our fieldwork.